What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe all of our YouTube videos by hitting that notification bell by the subscribe button as well. If you'd like to show your love to the Cash App, $ BJ Matthews, PayPal at Broderick Masters. I will put the link by the comment section after the conclusion of this video so y'all can show y'all love to the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast for the information about to drop. Let's get it popping. All right, so you're going to have to, roll with me, you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my little driving right now, getting some things done for the show tonight. But, hey, man, y'all my people, so it's all good. I want to discuss something that just was dropped today, which we already kind of anticipated, and that's the news. NBA All-Star Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers have been shut down for the remainder of the season, so pretty much 6-7 games left in the season. Of course, we already anticipated, like I already said, and when I look at this situation, there's a number of things that went through my head, and, reactions are, mixed from different people that I saw on social media. Some people are like, this is Dame, another wasted year for Damian Lillard, or, Portland needs to give him more help and things of that nature. And I'm going to give y'all my thoughts of what I think about the whole situation in detail, so let's get it popping. So when I look at this situation, right, with Damian Lillard, now, Damian Lillard is one of my favorite players, and for you guys who don't understand, who have not been on my show a lot, I'm a basketball player myself. I played high school in Texas at a 6A school. I played college ball at JUCO, and I played also at Division I. I played overseas in Asia, in Vietnam specifically, Dubai. I also, played semi-professional in the States, in the ABA, the NBA, NEBL, things of that nature. People that, play basketball know those leagues. But I've been playing basketball all my life, right? And I'm still, pretty active in it right now. So Dame is one of the players I take some of my game from, as far as his step back shot, his handle, how he pulls up from the, 3-point line, stuff like that. I don't have the range Dame has, but I'm like very, cognitive of his game and highly respectful of his game. Went to Weber State, watched him, when he's at Weber State. Watched him all these years in Portland. So I'm very candid to Damian Lillard. He's one of my favorite players, next to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and Jimmy Butler. So Dame obviously is in a part of his career where he's 33 years old. He's kind of exiting out of his prime. He's still a great player, but he's not at the best right now. He's not like when he was, a few years ago in 2018, 2019. So when you look at the situation, I see a lot of things going on right here. Like I said, people are asking, why is Damian Lillard continuously going through this over and over? Why is he, choosing to stay in Portland? And at one point, I used to say the same thing too. I used to be like, well, why are they doing Dame like this? Why isn't Dame leaving? Why didn't get him no more help? And then I started realizing and figuring out a little bit logically, because it's like it's a repeating pattern. Year after year after year, we hear the same thing with the Portland Trailblazers. They get eliminated in the first round, or the last couple of seasons, they're not even making the playoffs, right? So when I look at the Trailblazers over the last 5 seasons, in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and now this season, or 2022, it's been either a first round exit or not even making the playoffs, right? 2019, what happens? They get beat. 2019, they made to the conference finals against the Golden State Warriors, lost in 6 games, right? Without Kevin Durant. 2020, what happens in the bubble? They lose in 5 games to the Lakers. 2020-21, they lose to the Denver Nuggets in 6 games without Denver Nuggets having Jamal Murray. Then last year, they don't even make the playoffs, and then this year, they're not going to make the playoffs. So that's 5 seasons of Dame's prime from about 28 to about 32, where he really was not in the mix, right? Still a great player, still averaging 25, close to 30 a game. Still, exciting to watch, one of the most watchable players in the NBA. But as far as a champion, or, getting to a championship, that ship sailed back in 2019. Like right before that bubble, that was their best chance to get into a title, because remember, they made it to the conference finals that run. They beat the Denver Nuggets in 7 games that season, and they go against the Warriors, and they don't have Kevin Durant there. All 4 games are close. If y'all go look at those scores in 2019 against the Warriors, that was their best opportunity. That was when Dame and CJ were at the peak of their powers. And, you know what I'm saying, it was between Dame and CJ and Steph and Clay. They get swept in 4 games. So that was their best opportunity to really win a championship, right? This is what I'm going to say. Hearing Dame speak right now, there's a few things I know. First thing I know is that Dame is a loyal guy. We all know that. We know that Dame is from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Went to a, you know what I'm saying? He was not a high recruit out of high school. I think he was top 50 in high school, but he was not a high recruit. He went to a mid-major school, Weber State in Utah. Did not go to a big school like Kansas or Kentucky or North Carolina or Duke, none of those big schools. You know what I'm saying? They get drafted with the Portland Trailblazers, which he was drafted top 10, but he's always been an underdog for the most part, even in the NBA. You have guys like Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving when he was at the peak of his powers. Like, guys like that were already, like, better than Dame. Like, they ranked higher. So, you know, he's always had that chip on his shoulder, right? So, that's what he is. He's a loyal guy. He's a hardworking guy. He's not jumping ship. He said it many times, right? But he's also a guy where that loyalty can be to a fault, because he'll even do it at the midst of not trying to, you know what I'm saying? He'll put other things in front of winning, and I guess everybody's not, you know, geared to win. But if that's the case, then people need to, you know, quit feeling sorry for Damian Lillard, because my thoughts are that Damian Lillard doesn't even feel sorry for himself. He's already made it very clear: winning a championship is not top of his top of his food chain. You know what I'm saying? My thing with Dame, what I think his thing is, he wants to be known as a guy that was loyal to his, you know, morals, you know what I'm saying, didn't switch up, you know, gave a city like Portland, you know, belief, and also been able to take care of his family for generations and generations, which is highly respectable, right? But winning is not something I see Dame is obsessed with. I don't see Dame, it keeps him up at night that he's gonna, you know, he's not gonna win a championship. He's already voiced it, you know, with the JJ Redick podcast, that he's probably not gonna win a championship. Right? If they're not going to talk about him if you don't win a championship. So I don't think that's on his bucket list. But at the same time, you can't tell me that they're not trying to get this man help when he's pretty much, you know, eating up a big chunk of the salary cap. Now, some people may be like, well, that's, you know, that's what he's supposed to do. Like, he's the main guy. That's his position. True, he could do that if he wants to, but he also has a choice if he decides to take most of the money or take a pay cut. Just like as a choice to, you know what I'm saying, negotiate to leave Portland. I made a video last month on my other show. It's called Pro Basketball Updates. If y'all haven't had a chance to go check out Pro Basketball Updates, it's on YouTube as well. I talked about this, is Dame Lillard going to ever leave Portland? And I highlighted the fact that based off of Dame's morals and what he's about, I don't see him voluntarily leaving Portland, right? I think that the only way he's going to leave Portland is if somebody forces him out. Like somebody out the organization forces him out the door and say, listen, you've done great for our organization. We love what you're about, but please take an opportunity to go get yourself a chance to get a ring, which is why I felt like the team that should get him next year is the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think at the end of the season, I think the Bucks are going to end up losing somewhere in the second or third round of the playoffs, and they're going to go run and get Dame Lillard. And if that's what happened, I feel like that should be honorable, because Giannis is kind of the same way as Dame. They both don't like to switch up, and I think Dame, correct me if I'm wrong, stated there's one player he wants to play with, is Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I could see that happening, right? But back to what I was saying about Dame. Listen, people gotta stop feeling sorry for Dame Lillard, bro. He don't care about winning enough to make it feel like, you know, it's so he's not doing everything to win outside of him trying to carry a team. But it's unrealistic to think that he's going to be able to carry this team in a league that with so much talent while he's eating up a big chunk of the salary cap. They still have the same core that they've been having. Well, I mean, they had the same core for a number of years and it didn't work. They got rid of CJ McCollum last year, and they bringing in, they still got Nurkic there. But they're just getting smaller pieces. They're not going to get any stars to come through there. They're getting guys like Jeremy Grant, Cam Reddish, They had Steph Curry at a period of time. They had GP for a period of time. But these are all just pieces. These are not stars. And in this league, you got to have at least one other star to, try to win a championship. If not, you got to be at least a bigger player, because Dame is he's a smaller player. It's hard for a small guard to win a championship by himself. Outside of Steph Curry, I haven't seen it recently. Right? Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, those are the guys I think of who won as the guy, as a guard, without any other stars around him. Right? So, tell me what y'all thoughts are. Do y'all think Dame Lillard's going to end up leaving? Do you guys feel sorry for Dame Lillard? Because I don't. I don't feel sorry for Dame Lillard. And that's not me saying that's Dame Lillard's fault, but he's making a choice, a conscious decision not to be moved. He's making a conscious decision to stick it out with his team. And if that's what he wants to do, so be it. But also, I will say this. You got another guy in Anthony Simons who he's a mentor to. He's never going to get what he needs to get to as long as Dame Lillard is there. If he has any reason to leave Portland for this, to allow Anthony Simons to grow up and let him be his team, because as long as Dame is there, it's going to always still be his team. No matter how much you try to give it to him, Dame is too much of a talent that he's never going to be able to have the team just give it to Anthony Simons unless he leaves. It's almost like you got to force somebody out your house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just go ahead and get out of here. We can't want better for Dame than he wants for himself. You know what I'm saying? And from what I see, he's doing pretty good for himself. But as far as I'm talking about him leaving, J.R. Smith talking about he's rotting in Portland, and, people saying he needs to get up and leave, and, he's not going to win a championship. Like, we can't want it better for Dame than he wants it for himself. He's happy, he's content, what he's doing, making his rap, stuff like that, being a big influence in the Portland community. I mean, he seems to be fine. So I don't think there's no reason to, feel any type of way for him. But again, follow the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, like, share, subscribe as well. Hit the Cash App, if you guys like this video and information. Pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swimwear.